Here with senior Chandler Folkerts to preview the 2016-17 Concordia men's basketball season. First, take a little bit of a look back at last season. Solid year with 18 wins overall as a team, another step up for the program. How rewarding has it been for you to kind of be part of a program that's gotten better every year?
It's been a lot of fun, it's cool to, just see how much you have improved, to look back, from freshman year, even the year before I came, and they had, 8 wins or 6 wins or something. So it's been special, and it keeps giving you motivation to do better.
You had an outstanding year as a junior. What's maybe something you wanted to be better at as a senior?
As a senior, just leading the team better. Just making sure I take care of my own so that I can help take care of other guys.
Recently, you were named the winner of the NAI's Emil Liston Scholarship Award. What did that mean to you to be honored with something like that recognizes you for both athletics and academics?
Oh, it was pretty crazy. I mean, it was pretty cool. I don't know. I was shocked by it, out of just all the people, I didn't really expect it, but, just had a lot of good people write nice things, so it was cool. I was caught off guard by it.
Now, you and Eli are the only returning starters. You just said how you want to be more of a leader. What have maybe you and Eli done to kind of take that role on and take charge of this team?
Just helping the coaches, they've got so much to worry about. We can teach the young guys little things, help them out as much as we can just to speed up learning process, and even just with any other guys, we can help keep them playing hard, keep them focused. So just, be an extension of them, helping to expedite the learning process.
Do you notice a different feel in practice when you have a lot of new faces? What's the energy been like?
The energy's been good, but there's always those teaching moments where you got to learn something before you can really go hard at it. So especially these first couple weeks have been a lot of teaching, but the energy's been good once we've gotten something figured out. So.
Now, a lot of people will be interested to find out more about Chris Johnstone after he transferred in from Chaminade. What can you tell people about the type of game and the skill set that he has?
Oh man, he's ultra quick. That's a huge thing. He's really fast, really physical. But I mean, he can do a whole lot of things, and that just makes it fun. Just getting the transfer in because he knows how to play. It's not a freshman that has to come in and learn a whole lot about college basketball. He's ready to play.
So I mentioned 18 wins. Last year was another step forward. What do you hope is the next step for this team in your senior year? Just finish top 3-4 in the conference. That's the big goal for me. Because usually that sets you up for later in the season, later in the actual conference tournament, and then an eventual national tournament. I wanted to get into a little bit about your background, and now you have the coaching situation here was a little unsettled when you were getting looked at, getting recruited. What was it that convinced you Concordia was the right place for you to be?
Big part of it was just the people that I interacted with, even outside of basketball. That was a big thing too. I felt extremely welcome here, and then I was waiting for Concordia to hire a coach until I decided, and I met Coach Lindback, and I was like, this is a guy that I could go with, and so it just kind of fell in place there. I definitely wanted to see who they'd hire and what it would be like, and sure enough, it was good. So I'm glad I made the right choice. I'm glad.
You have a mother who played college basketball, and you were coached in high school by your stepdad. I don't know what other family history you have as far as the sport, but how much do you credit some of that background with some of the success that you've had?
Yeah, I mean it's been a huge part. Both my parents have always been very supportive, and then having a stepdad as a coach, you kind of you learn it a little bit more because he's there at home to talk about it. But they've both my parents have really pushed me, and like my dad, he still played high school sports and was still active in helping us, me and my brother, and so it's been a huge factor, I'd say. And then of course my mom, she's a big role. She's always been pushing me to do better. So.
Where do you get your modesty from? Is that something that was passed down from your parents?
My dad pretty much, he enjoys going unnoticed. I think I get it a lot from him too. That was just, I guess, part of what they taught me, I suppose.
You and your older brother Paxton are only a year apart in age. How special was that for the two of you to play and for really good teams at Milford High School?
Oh, that was fun. That was really, really fun. That's one of the biggest things I miss about sports is playing with him. We knew what each other were doing, especially in basketball. We were a pretty good tag team there, but that was, an older brother never lets you take it easy. So he was always pretty livid if I was slacking off. So he's played a big part too.
Now it seems like about everybody in your family's a valedictorian or a salutatorian. How much are academics preached in your family?
Huge. That was always the thing about looking to play a college sport is you're looking for an education too. It was always the top priority. I guess I don't know. It was just kind of an expectation. I never asked why. I just knew I had to do my best and everything.
How quickly did you become interested in sports, and who was maybe most influential in steering you towards basketball?
That's a tough question. Getting into sports, I go into a smaller school, you play all the sports when you're growing up, and you get to play 3 sports in high school. But I don't know, I guess there was something about basketball that I just liked more. Probably just enjoyed it more. Could have maybe gone to a bigger school just with size for football, but I knew I would prefer basketball, I guess. I don't know, there wasn't a specific moment that led me to that. It was just kind of a culmination, and just enjoyed it more.
Now you're a mathematics and physics major?
Yeah, math minor.
Math minor, yeah. Well, how do you plan to put your smarts to use in the future?
I want to go into agricultural engineering, and so the dream idea would be to help build farm equipment for some company and help my dad and my brother farm, but be able to take what I learned in that going back to the farm. But so I'd like to go to UNL. That'd be fun, but that's the plan anyway. Go to grad school. So.
How much a part of your life has been farming growing up?
Oh man, quite a bit. Growing up, I kind of had the best of both worlds. I had, my dad's on the farm, my mom's, close to Lincoln, in a bigger town. So, whenever I was at my dad's, it was you get to learn something about rural life, and so, and plus you learn a lot of work ethic on a farm too. My dad always instilled that in me. But it was, I don't know. It was just kind of part of the life growing up.
And your mother, associate AD here at Concordia. Yeah. She's worked at Concordia for a while now. Mm-hmm. What are the good things about having your mother so close to you?
Oh, I can come and see her anytime. It's just nice being able to talk with her little bits here and there, run into her on campus. But it's awesome that she gets to come to games and stuff, and just always be there. there's not really many negatives to it, because if I wouldn't want to see her, which I usually do, I could just, go back to the house or something.
One of the things, last thing, one of the things people say is that you're a model for what a Concordia student athlete should be. How does that make you feel when you hear something like that?
It's crazy, because I always remember hearing that about players, when I was a freshman, when I was young. So, I always looked up to them. It's like people say that's a bulldog right there, and that's what you want people to say about you. So I guess, just kind of following in the footsteps of those people that I looked up to is pretty awesome.